Like I think if you played this right, like if you asked Youth Brigade fans, if you would go up and did
yeah.
I don't think that there's a song that comes on this record that you're like, okay, I'll listen to it to get to the next song.
Yeah, there's two pressings of Sound and Fury.
Right.
You're talking about the 1983 pressing with Sync with California and stuff. Yeah, I think that's like a perfect record. I think it's one of the greatest hardcore records of all time. And like the age I'm at and the age you're at and most people who gravitate, like Matt Pincus, it's a touchstone album for us. Like that is one of the records that we've always loved.
For the people that don't know, can you explain the two pressing thing, like just so that?
Yeah. So basically, Youth Brigade, young kids, brothers, right? There's in LA, playing. I think probably started about 80, 81. By 82, they'd start a BYO. I think they put out Aggression. Maybe their records first. Whatever. The point is they record Sound and Fury. And then they go on the Another State of Mind tour with Social Distortion. There's a movie based on that called Another State of Mind. And during that...
Is that music?
Yeah, hey, can you turn that off? Can you edit this?
Yeah, easy.
You're not going to edit this.
I won't. It'll be fun. You were talking about...
So they go on this tour. During the tour, they get sent... They pressed 800 of them. They get the pressing while on tour. They listen to it. They think it sucks. In the meantime, they've been writing more songs. And so when they get back from that tour, they go back in the studio and they re-record the entire record, only keeping 4 songs from the original pressing. And all those other songs on the 1983 pressing are the songs like Sync with California and What Will the Revolution Change and that kind of shit.
So you released both of those?
Well, what we did was we released the 1983 pressing of Sound and Fury is the one everyone knows. Right? It's just... I'll just show you.
Yeah, please.
It's this cover.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay? That's the one everyone knows. This is the 1982 pressing here.
Okay.
So basically, in this deluxe book that we put out, we put both pressings in it. The retail version, we only made 500 of these. The retail version is just that pressing with Sync with California.
Okay. Okay, wow.
And the reason is Sean and Mark had put this out before. It's called Out of Print. You go on Spotify and listen to that's what that record is. Our whole vibe was, let's return these to their original format, and kind of the idea was we're not going to put both pressings into retail. And the 1983 the 1983 version of the record is far superior, and we all agree it's freaking one of the greats. So why, for the true collectors, the people who were stoked to have it, because that 1982 version goes for probably $1,000 on Discogs. So. It just felt like that's fun for the collectors. Then they can have both pressings in this book and call it.
So, you guys just did the SSD thing. I know that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now you guys have done this. How do you keep getting the fortitude, the gumption?
It's so hard, dude. I never fought in Vietnam, but running Trust Records, man, I've been the shit. With Sean Stern and Keith Morris, man, I don't know how you can do it. If I could feel for those soldiers, I relate.
No, but look
to
at
Fallujah.
That.
What?
Look at that thing, though. Look at that thing. Look at how dense it is, dude. That's a book.
Yeah, Well, look, dude, we don't do it all ourselves. Like something like this, we contracted Sergei Lubkov from Samiam. He's also a great graphic artist. Sergei's the guy who put this together, along with the help with Greg Jacobs. I was there to so basically the way this thing worked is I'm busy, fighting the good fight here at Trust Records, for all of us.
Yeah.
So
preserving.
Yeah, a preservationist, if you will. So anyway, but the point is to help with these projects, I contract people out. Greg Jacobs is a good friend. He used to manage Big Drill Car, Rockford. He's a homie. Been in the scene, and he's put out a book about kind of roadie stories and stuff, and he's organized and put together. So you need guys who are organized who can quarterback shit. So Greg went and did all the heavy lifting. Greg's the one who hunted down all these photographers. I mean, I have Glenn Friedman and Culver and Alison Braun, the people that we always work with. I can reach out to them, but there's in this book. I mean, I'll just show you a lot of the photos are, of freaking fans and stuff. This, as I go through, can't find any.
Well, but dude,
I'm
it's
just trying to find like examples. Like,
voluminous.
so like, I'm pretty sure this is this Allison Brown? Yeah, it's Allison Brown.
Look at it though, dude. You look at it and you're like, get lost in it.
Like this. Like, so these kind of photos, right? Like Greg's the one who went and hunted down, who took these casual photos, right? And there's a lot of them. There's a
And
lot
that
of
was
like,
to like give credit and stuff.
to like this stuff from
And get
Alberta, this
permission.
photo strip, you know? Like that stuff that Greg had to go hunt down and find, and he just put it together. And then Sergi really had the eye to make it like this. Our whole vibe was Quicksand put out an anniversary of Slip. That's really good, really well done, and I suggest it's about
Iodine Records.
yeah, it's $100 record, I think, but man, is it beautiful. And I was like, you know what? We need to do more stuff like that. Instead of, so like, give me like, you know, like the 7 Seconds records and stuff, have a look. They're gatefold. They're really nice, but they're not this book. Like this feels like you could walk
That's a
into
coffee table.
Yeah, it's like a museum piece.
Yeah.
And so then we started thinking like, you know what, with Youth Brigade, why don't we just do one limited edition high-end $500 quantity this? And then the other thing will just be a straight repress, because that's another record that when it was in, you know, when it's been in circulation the past 30 years since that pressing with the drawing, it's been like the dude with the mohawk and they're holding the flag. It's like, and they spell California, and they changed the name of the album. It's called Sync with California, and California's the K. It was the Eastern European thing, and Sean's very political and savvy like that, and really wanted to embrace all of Europe, especially Eastern Europe imagery. And just, they're like, when you understand, when Youth Brigade went to Europe in 1984, like, we are fucking Rocky IV with Russia, dude. I mean, we were in it. And they went there. They went to the Eastern countries. They went to Poland. I think they went to East Germany. Like, they trailblazed. And Sean really found a real appreciation for that punk scene in Eastern Europe during the communist regime, because it's like, dude, like, these dudes are punk fucking rock, you know? It reminds me of like you look at someone like Nadia from Pussy Riot. Like, we take Nadia for granted sometimes. Like, that woman was in fucking prison.
Yeah.
For protesting Putin.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, nothing against the other bands. None of us have been in prison for our beliefs. You know what I mean? Like, the worst of everything happened because Mike Ness threw a ball at the cops, got beat up, thrown in the county jail. He writes about it. It's called Prison Bound. You can pick it up today. But not like that, not political fucking prisoners. And that's, I think, what Sean found over in Eastern Europe. There's a lot of Eastern Europe imagery. A lot of the flyers that are in this are from Sean's collection, and they're these Eastern European flyers from that tour. I'm just going to try to pull one so you can kind of see what I mean by the graphics. There's a lot of flyers in here. They're obviously all cool. But like this. And Greg's going to hate me because he hates this fucking thing. That is a punk rock fucking flyer. If you are a fucking Eastern European during a communist regime, and that's your fucking flyer for Youth Brigade, of you being forced to fucking suck off your oppressor with a knife, I know it's harsh, dude. I know it's a PG-13 fucking thing, but that is a fuck you statement in a pretty oppressive situation.